What's up, Cardfighters? Ryan here from Vanguard Central, coming at you with team member Clarke's Brawler Big Bang Knuckle Buster deck profile. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with the grade 3s. We're going to run 4 copies of course, Brawler Big Bang Knuckle Buster, and 4 copies of Brawler Big Bang Knuckle Dragon. Now, Big Bang Knuckle Buster would be the cross ride for this deck, and so as long as you have Big Bang Knuckle Dragon in the soul, he gets that plus 2k, and he's going to be sitting at a 13k base. And what his skill is, let me just make sure. You're going to counterblast. It's an activated skill, so as long as this unit is in Legion, you counterblast one and choose a card with Big Bang Knuckle in its card name from your hand and put it into your soul. And there's only 8 copies of Big Bang Knuckle, which would be, essentially the grade 3s. And if this unit is in Legion until end of turn, it gets plus 5k. And when this unit attacks, would choose an attack, you can choose 4 of your opponent's units instead, and then it'll hit basically 4 units on the field. So you can essentially hit 3 rear guards, including the Vanguard. That's good. And then also for the non-cross ride, Big Bang Knuckle Dragon, his skill is to counterblast 2 Brawlers in his name, and if its unit is in Legion, this unit gets plus 5,000, and it battles everything in the front row. So essentially it's like your Vermilion. And this time it's a Brawler instead. And second ability is that when it attacks, you may Soul Blast 1. It gets plus 3,000 when it attacks. Gonna go ahead and move on to the grade 2s. Gonna be running 3 copies of Brawler Sky Howl Dragon, 4 copies of the mate for Big Bang Knuckle Buster. I'm sorry, Big Bang Knuckle Dragon, and then 4 copies of the mate for Big Bang Knuckle Buster, which would be Big Bang Slash Buster. And then for Knuckle Dragon would be Big Bang Slash Dragon. So it's kind of easy to know who's for who. Now, we run 3 copies of Brawler, basically the trial deck for the Narukami Brawlers. And his skill is when it's placed on rear guard. If you have a Vanguard with Brawler in its name, you can counterblast 1 and you retire some of your one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row. And then also for Big Bang Slash Dragon skill, it's when your Vanguard with Brawler and its card name hits a Vanguard, or it hits when it just hits. It doesn't have to be a Vanguard. It gets plus 3,000, and this skill stacks. So let's say you can combo it actually with the Big Bang Knuckle Buster. If this is on the rear guard and this hits 4 units, it's gonna get that 3, 6, 9, 12. It's gonna get plus 12,000 just to itself, just because you hit 4 units. And I doubt your opponent's gonna want to guard multiple units. So that's why it's really good. You can pull off really high numbers with this deck. And then for Brawler, Big Bang Slash Buster, excuse me. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Big Bang Knuckle in its card name, this unit gets plus 2,000 until end of turn. So essentially we're seeing like Regulation, Liberator, Destiny, Aglavale, these kind of clones. It gets plus 2k with the special grade 3 in its name. And then and his second skill is when your Vanguard with Big Bang Knuckle in its card name hits, if you have he's going to get plus 3. So it's essentially the same skill, but it's really when you're at grade 3 and you just have to have the Big Bang Knuckle Buster. Going to move on to the grade 1s. We're going to run 2 copies of Rising Phoenix. This is going to be really our draw power for the deck. You just gotta be smart when you want to use this, because there are going to be times where you're not sure how much you have in the soul, just in case, like say you played it earlier, you want to play it again. You want to make sure you don't, of course, pull out the cross ride. Otherwise, it'll bring you back to 11k base if you're cross ridden. And then you're going to run 4 copies of Brawler Wild Clock Dragon. He's just a 10k hitter. And then you're going to run Tonfa Brawler Arc, and that skill is really good. So during the turn when your opponent's rearguard is put into the drop zone and your Vanguard's in Legion, it gets plus 3k. So this stacks along with the grade 2 Big Bang Slash Dragon. So let's say you kill 3 units on their field, it's going to get that plus 9,000, making it a 16k booster. Super good, super deadly. And then of course 4 perfect guards. Unfortunately, Brawlers, they don't have a perfect guard with Brawler in its name, so really Eradicator, Gold, or just a regular old one, which is pretty cheap, only about like less than 5, I think. So you can definitely make a budget type of deck with this, not too expensive. Now we're gonna run right here with the triggers. Gonna run 4 heals, 4 draw, and 8 critical. Now this is a really aggressive deck, you're going to be hitting all the units, and then you want to, you know, hopefully your opponent doesn't have a perfect guard when it swings, because your Vanguard is going to be getting that plus 5k if you pull off Legion skill. And if you get the crits, you know, you're pretty much going to be wanting to go in for game. They're going to kill you. You're going to pretty much blow their field, and it's just a really aggressive deck. And we're going to move over to our starter. It's going to be Brawler fighting Draco Kid. Now you can use this or the regular grade 3 searcher from BT06, but you know, because you want to search out, of course, the Big Bang Knuckle Buster, because you want multiple copies of him for his Legion skill, you're going to have to put another Big Bang Knuckle, essentially another grade 3 into the soul to pull off his Legion skill. So what Brawler fighting Draco Kid's skill is, it's an activated skill, so you put this unit into the soul, and then you choose your Vanguard, and it's going to get this skill, and it's an auto skill. During the turn when your opponent's rear guard is put into the drop zone, if your Vanguard is in Legion, then you can choose one of your opponent's rear guard in the same column as that retired unit, and retire that rear guard. So essentially, if say this would be their field, and you choose this one that retires and it goes to the drop zone, with this skill at the cost of 1 counterblast, you can pop the one right behind it or in front of it. And so that's why we run him over the grade 3 searcher. It's kind of situational. It's up to you. You can do however you feel is necessary. But that's pretty much that deck tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Like our video, comment below if you have any questions about the deck, and subscribe to us if you want to see more. Vanguard Central out.